Hello, Professor, or whoever's watching this. My name is Linux Nuttall. Um, let's get started. I'm making a game called Duty Walkers. It's kind of in the name, but it's going to be a zombie game. And this is the mid checkpoint, obviously. I'm the only one in my group, that's why there's only one name there. So far, I've been able to construct an immersive 3D environment, which has been really fun to figure out. It was really complicated at first, and it took me a long time, but like once it snapped, or once it clicked, things started going very smoothly. So got a nice little sky going on there. Trees. I think I'm gonna end up making my own 3D models for trees and stuff. So that'd be great. I also have a character, which I did not make. I also did not make the gun. A lot of the stuff has been imported from Unity. The one thing that I did make is this grass model. However, it's a little messed up, and I'll get to that in a later slide. But yeah, I got weapon functions so I can shoot my guns. I can reload my guns. I got a weapon, like a muzzle flash, so like it flashes every time you shoot. Also, there's recoil, which I think is really cool. I haven't figured it out all the way. However, the gun definitely like kicks back when you shoot it. That's nice. Accomplishments, I've also been really locking in on Blender and using like nodes, using nodes to construct models. So that's pretty awesome. The challenges, like I said about the grass, this is what it looks like in Blender, and like it has wind physics as well, so it blows around. Because it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic, it's gonna be like a windy environment. So this grass is supposed to move. However, when I import it into Unity, and this is the thing that really caught me the most, it's really hard for me to figure out, but it shows up as these little 2D rectangles, and I don't know how to fix that. I've been really trying, like it took me forever to even figure out how to import this alone with the mesh of the terrain figured out and everything. And when I finally did get it involved with my Unity program, it just turned out to be squares, which was really disappointing. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Object animations, um, yeah, that's just with the grass. Developing code that allows for a character. Yeah, right now I want to create code for like I want my character to be able to slide, like run and slide, and then also be able to shoot while he's sliding or she is sliding. The object animations that goes for, I'll include characters with that because I have not done character animations yet, and I really want to. Um, I've never done character animations for a 3D model though, so I've only done it for 2D, so I gotta figure out how to do that. Also, object animations that goes for weapons as well. Scope, something I've been thinking about doing is if you're looking at a zombie, if it's in render of your camera, it won't move at you until you look away. But that'll probably be like a separate game mode or like a setting you can turn on. Initially I was gonna use my workplace as the map, but I don't know if I have the time to construct an entire like building, you know? I might have to do something a little more simple. So we'll see. I might keep it in an outside environment. Scratched idea of making different characters having unique abilities. I also thought about having. This was when I was thinking about making like a 2D game, which would have been a lot faster and easier. But there's gonna be 12 different characters, which all looked different and had different abilities that were unique to them. However, I don't have enough time, and there's a lot of work to do for that, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Future progression. I still have to make a zombie behavior. I have not worked on enemies at all. I also need to make a spawn system, which I had no idea how to get into, so putting that on back hold for now. Damage system, that'll be coming up soon, because now that I have the guns figured out, I gotta figure out how to make them take damage from the enemies. Um, Also, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing just like a what's the difference? Like if there's actually gonna be objects coming out of the gun when it shoots, and that's how it'll hit an enemy, or if it's just gonna be like a tracing thing. Like if your cursor's over the enemy, then maybe that's how. But I think it's gonna be. Hopefully, I can input or implement some sort of bullets coming out of the gun. And if those hit the enemy, that's when it'll take the damage. Also, use I need a user interface and HUD. It's like there's going to be rounds that are displayed on the screen, and as well as how much ammo you have. Um, yeah, also there's going to be a point system. I forgot to add that into the slide, but I'm going to make a point system so you get points from killing zombies, and then you can use those points to open up things like doors or like buy a new gun. Hopefully, I can get to that point. Animations, the big one. I really want to hone in on that and get character animations down, especially for the reloading, and especially for running. I don't have any animations, so right now my character is just like walking around super stiff, like no matter what you do. Weapon animations, that's in the mix as well. Right now, like I said, I have the um, what do you call it? Can't recoil. That's what it's called. Also, the distribution of work. It's only me in this group, so I kind of just didn't really do this slide. Now for the game. I really hope this is recording. If you can see this, this is what I mean by the characters just kind of eh. I'll get going on the gameplay here. Yeah, that's weird too, but I'm in. Oh, that's a new problem. I didn't know I did that. That's funny. Okay, yeah, right now you can sprint, you can jump, obviously you can look around. The main thing I want to show you is what happens when I shoot my gun. So, like there's the recoil I'm talking about, but I wanted to kick higher because there's a sniper. So I wanted to like kick up. But yeah, I got my gun and it shoots, so that's sick. You can also see up here on the top part, the upper half of the screen, every time you shoot, there's a yellow line that comes out. And it kind of is like the direction of, that might be the direction of the recoil. That's why it's so crazy. Also, I forgot to tell you, you can zoom in. Yeah, definitely gotta work on the recoil. You can reload. There's no reload animation though, so you kind of just have to wait until it's gone. But yeah, you can zoom in. I'm gonna add more guns and stuff. It's pretty sick though. Pretty excited. Thank you so much. This will be it for my demonstration. Let me cancel this.